What's going on, Notre Dame fans? Mike Singer and Tim Hyde here with some breaking news. Four-star quarterback Kenny Minchey from the Nashville area has announced his commitment to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. We're going to break it all down. Please do hit the thumbs up if you like this video, and I'm sure you will because it is a four-star quarterback, an All-American, an Elite 11 finalist committing to Notre Dame. And you can subscribe to our channel for more content and head to blueandgold.com for so much more coverage of this news and more on Notre Dame football and recruiting. So, Tim, four-star Kenny Minchey, the number 240 overall player nationally, and number 14 quarterback per the 2023 on 3 consensus. Let's just start with him as a football player. Tim, what do you see on film?
Yeah, I mean, going back to our summer video when he first got offered is accurate. I mean, that's you can say that 1,000 times about this young man. He's very accurate. Reminds me, the way he throws. A lot of CJ Carr. You see that on Carr's latest junior film, a pass just like that. He throws like darts in a way. When you look at just the way he flicks it, and it's just, his balls are like straight lines. So wherever they're going, they're just going there right to where the guy's hands are. And that goes back to his accuracy issues. He's got really, I love it. I love his thick lower body, his legs. Looks like he's got some real power to develop and grow, his arm strength down the road. But just the way the ball flies off his wrist. So look at that. It's just boom, gone. He's a joy to watch. I really loved watching him in the summer when they offered him. And obviously you'll get into his recruitment, how he was, set and happy to stick with Pitt. And then the power of Notre Dame is you always talk about, Mike. And I think that's a big thing in his recruitment. Notre Dame needed a quarterback, and here they are getting a young man who was one of the top performers at the Elite 11, which says a lot about him and his quarterback skills. So this is a huge gift for Coach Freeman and his first recruiting class moving forward with the Irish.
I'll note he injured his throwing shoulder, so he only played in like 5 games his senior season, and then their playoff game that he tried to go, he came back and played in a playoff game, threw 4 touchdowns, and then the next week he tried to go again, and he just felt some discomfort in his shoulder, so he didn't play. But I'm told he's fine, just needs some time to let that heal. But so this is just a few games that we're watching here of senior film, and so there's just so many nice throws and touchdowns, and it's just in a few games. And his junior tape's outstanding as well. But Tim, it's just smooth. Everything just looks easy. You talked about Carr. I think they're both just these modern day quarterbacks that they're not big time Lamar Jackson, Tyler Buckner athletes, but they have that very functional mobility. They're super accurate, clean mechanics, smart, great leaders. Like, this is what you need to do or need to be as a quarterback in today's age. Make quick, good decisions. I think what might hold Minchey back from being like a 5-star caliber is he's about 6'2", so he's not a 6'5" guy, and he doesn't have the freakish athleticism in terms of speed. He's a good athlete, but otherwise, I mean, he's pretty much the complete package. Tim, you're really nitpicking when you criticize anything about Kenny Minchey, in my opinion.
Mike, I'm sitting here just smiling as you're talking and watching some of these passes I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, a couple of those quarterbacks in the upper echelon, Nico going to Tennessee, Malachi Nelson, SC, those guys have cannons coming out of the Southern California. There's no doubt, you can't deny that. And they're giants, tall as could be. Minchey, he's a special thrower. And the one word, and I use this with both him and CJ Carr, is a calmness. I was writing down on my notes. They don't look flustered. CJ Carr got pressured a lot this year, because he had a lot of new guys, young offensive line. And you just see, hey, I'm a quarterback. I'm going to go find my guys. And with Minchey, it's calm demeanor. The way he shuffles his feet. Guys are coming at him. He's just going to take a quick little side shuffle. You saw in some of those plays. And his vision. I love his vision that he's always looking downfield in these highlights. You don't see him just taking off on scrambles on some quarterbacks. No, he's looking for guys as he's on the move. And he's legitimate 4-star upper echelon Elite 11, however the rankings end at the end of the day, he's up there in those top 10, 12 quarterbacks, however you want to, cast him.
So how this kind of came together was he committed to Pittsburgh at the end of April. Very solid with that commitment, recruiting for the Panthers and all that. Then Notre Dame offered him at the end of July. Now, Tim, I didn't rewatch the video we did on Minchey, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure I said something to the effect of this. There's a recruiting dead period in all of August.
Yep.
So I was like, I don't feel
Yes.
great about Notre Dame being able to flip him because Pittsburgh is going to have the whole month of August to just try to work on him, keep us all. He can't go
Mm-hmm.
to Notre Dame like when Notre Dame offered Austin Novosad, the Baylor commit. He got up on campus like within a week.
Yep.
Minchey did not have that opportunity. And so August goes by and he's into his senior season and his focus is on that. Then he gets injured. Now his focus is on rehab. It's not, Notre Dame and maybe flipping there, but Notre Dame kept in steady contact. They could have been like, he's not coming up to campus. Maybe he's not showing as much interest as we like. They could have given up, but they didn't. Credit to Tommy Rees, Marcus Freeman, Chad Bowden, all those guys in South Bend for keeping up with them. And I was told that was just several small factors just kind of added up to he just saw a greater opportunity at Notre Dame. So he decommitted from Notre Dame. And then by the end of the week, he was at Notre Dame for the snowstorm 44-0 win over Boston College. And of course, today announcing his commitment to Notre Dame. So he goes to Pope John Paul II. I've said this multiple times now. If you go to a school with the word Pope in it, it's probably a good sign for Notre Dame. And that is also the High School of Golden Tate, a former great Notre Dame wide receiver. So, Tim, as we talked about so many videos, as good as Notre Dame's 2023 class has been, it's always hard. It was hard for me to get super excited about it because you don't have that quarterback. And there's just that big question surrounding Notre Dame's class. But with Minchey, Picasso, this thing is now beautiful. You got to hold on to some guys and land a couple more.
No, that's, it's funny you say that, Mike, because, same thing with the 2022 class, which finished 6th in the country, which is one of the best classes Notre Dame's had in the last 10 years, but they lost out on those receivers and people are a little negative, but it's filled with great football players. Same thing with this 23 class. I mean, we've been talking, the skill kids, it's like, yeah, Kenny Minchey should be like, let's start today.
Yeah.
Looking at these guys that are coming in with the skill talent that Coach Freeman and the recruiting staff have done. And on top of 2024, which I think is going to just keep compounding these guys. It's a heck of a get. It's a great one to get into that room next year to compete with these guys that are going to be there. We could talk porthole quarterback. We could talk whatever type of quarterback, but they're getting an elite quarterback coming into that campus. Another one is going to be there a year from now in CJ Carr. The quarterback room is going to be, the competition is just going to be outstanding there in the next 18 months. And it's exciting. And me personally, I'm really happy for Coach Freeman to get a quarterback in that first class. Because I think, Mike, you do the numbers as good as anyone out there. This might be solidified a top 3 class as long as they keep all these guys intact.
Yeah.
Now you got Minchey, right?
Yeah, we'll dive into that more closer to signing day.
Sure,
But
sure.
yeah, it helps obviously. But yeah, you have to hold on to the Peyton Bones of the world and add some more talent as well. I did want to mention, so I've gone through and looked at since 2007 all of the On3 consensus rankings for Notre Dame's quarterbacks. Minchey is the number 14 quarterback, and this is currently. And CJ Carr, who Notre Dame's has committed in the next class, is 5. So you average that together, 19 divided by 2. That is this. So this is Notre Dame's highest ranked in the quarterback rankings, back-to-back landings. Sorry, words are difficult for me right now. Since 2012, 2013. Now that combo was Gunnar Kiel, who's the number 2 quarterback nationally, and Malik Zaire is number 14, so that averages to 7. So it was just slightly higher than Minchey and Carr together. And I know Kiel and Zaire didn't maybe live up to their rankings would suggest, but I think it just kind of goes to show how long it's been for Notre Dame
Yep.
to sign two highly ranked guys like this in back-to-back classes. Of course, Minchey will put pen to paper in December, then he'll enroll in January, and then Carr, we still have another 13 months until he'll actually sign. But it's just it's a bright future
Yes.
ahead. And I've seen some people talk about on Twitter that Drew Pine was ranked higher than Minchey. It's not the case according to the On3 consensus. Pine was the number 260 player, number 18 quarterback, and Minchey, 240 and 14, so a little bit higher. So yeah, that's Notre Dame's 24th commitment in the 23 cycle. An absolutely huge get here for the Fighting Irish. A big win for Notre Dame on the recruiting front. They get their man in Kenny Minchey, All-American Bowl quarterback, Elite 11 finalist, and 4-star passer. So do appreciate you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and we'll catch you guys next time.